Welcome to Driving Etiquette. Today we're just going to be having a little bit of fun and we're going to be showing off our own bad driving skills with the help of today's guest, Nikki, the automotive angel. Now Nikki is admin on the DCB Discord. She helps put out all the fires and keeps the naughty people in check with her flamingo of rage. Now Nikki works in insurance claims and is basically the person that hands out free cash when you go sideways into a tree. So today we're going to be looking at some of our more memorable mistakes. But before we start, none of us claim to be the perfect driver. Charles even openly admits he's horribly average. And he even puts this message in every one of his videos. I put my own stupid driving at the end of the videos because hopefully somewhere, someone may learn a thing or two from our mistakes. Right, somebody say something?
I bet Benji's really cuddly, you know.
I'm sorry, what? Did I hear?
You said say something, it was the first thing.
I just want to know if I heard what I heard. Benji is really cuddly.
Nah, I mean, I bet you are.
Is that what you said, though?
Yes. Oh, this is going to get weird, guys. Nothing's moving. Oh, there we go. It's funny I said nothing's moving about the clip because Benji's not moving either.
Whoa. What's that? I was playing with my bird piece. I was playing with my goatee. I can't believe oh my god, what was I not bad? I feel like such a prick now. No one beat me over.
No, they don't. They obviously weren't paying attention either, Dan.
You know, I completely get about the whole messing with your beard, but where was you looking exactly?
I was looking forward. That's the thing. I was looking forward like I am now. I'm looking at my screen, looking dead straight forward, yeah? I was watching everything that was going... Well, not really, obviously, at the time, but I was just sat there, just stroking the beard. It would be different if I was looking down on the floor trying to plug my phone in or something, or like find a wire for the speakers. You know, but I was just sat there, just stroking my little goatee.
Just stroking it in lack of thought.
Yeah. And it wasn't until they changed orange, I was like, oh, okay, let's go. And then I was like, oh shit, it's going the wrong way. And I kind of I looked behind and they weren't paying attention either, because none of them beeped or anything.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, how many people were actually behind you?
Oh, this was rush hour, there was a queue.
There was a queue. How many would you say in total?
I mean, we're talking from here to that black car in front.
So what, maybe 7 or 8 drivers?
No, like maybe 20. I'll find a Google Maps picture, I'll put it on screen, and I'll show you how far back that road goes, because it's one road and it just splits off into these 3 lanes.
I'm loving how far you're going with this, to really get across how many people are behind you, because this is going to set up my joke brilliantly.
No, that's fine. That's the whole point of this episode, isn't it? Just to take the piss and prove that we're idiots. But yeah, there was a massive long line of cars behind me. Not one of them beeped and made any noise whatsoever. They just sat there and waited.
So the answer to how many Bristolians does it take to go at a green light is more than 20.
Ouch. This is coming from Dashcam Doll.
Ouch, Nikki.
I'm not the one in the firing line. He is.
That was uncalled for, man.
That was a drive-by shooting, man. Are we allowed to say that on YouTube?
I don't know. We'll soon find out.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Screen, you fucking idiot.
I think he deserved what I said.
Alright, give me your thoughts on this one. I'll let you take this one.
Getting quite far over the line, though. Oops, I've just gone through a red.
I have 100% done exactly this.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me and the boy racer inside me, but when I'm next to someone at lights, I'm watching them, waiting for them to go so I can beat them off the mark.
Alright, fair enough.
And
I do the same.
I've gone with them, forgetting that actually I've got my own light and I probably should have been looking at that, not them and their light.
Alright, you make a good point. That's actually not a bad defence. You know what, I'm going to go a bit more savage on this. I'm going to say, Charles, bit of a knobhead, because one, there's 3 lights to the left of him, or to the left of you, okay?
Yeah.
There's 3 more lights to the right of you, okay?
Yep.
So I can already see what was going on before I even really watched this clip. I just seen it. I was like, I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. There's like these different sets of lights. They've changed at different times. You're going to go for it. And I knew you were going to do that. So basically, you got 3 lights to the left and you've just seen, I don't know if you were not really paying attention or you just assumed that they were for you, but either way, you've not really been focusing on the ones you should have been focusing on. You've just seen lights change. You've seen a car move and you've just gone, okay, that's cool, I'm going. That's naughty, that's bad.
It is. Do you know what's even worse is, you can probably even hear me say it in the clip, I am actually focusing on the car to the left because I say they're a little bit over the line there, and then I realise I've gone through the red.
Getting quite far over the line now. Oops, I've just gone through a red.
I see what you mean, yeah.
So yeah, Nikki nailed it with her first comment about how I was just pure looking at the car to my left, because that's how it was.
So basically, it's like one of those situations that the driving instructors like bang on about, innit? When you lock onto something and you don't really think for yourself, you just like, it's a bit like a sheep, yeah? You just follow the leader. Someone does something, you just go, okay, they're doing it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to follow. And there's no real like thought for doing things yourself, is there? Is that what sort of happened here?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so you just basically...
It was a panic. It's like, oh, they're going, I need to go.
Yeah, I see what I mean, yeah. I can understand that. But, yeah, we're gonna do a scoreboard. -1 point for you. I'm gonna stay completely quiet. You know, just go nuts, do your worst.
Alright, I'm taking the driving seat this time.
No, I didn't. I didn't just f***ing go for a red light, did I? What a f***ing idiot! Wow.
Okay, first question. What made you realise?
Kill me first, and then I'll explain.
Okay, alright. So you roast me for not being able to see 3 red lights to my right and 3 green lights to my left. You, sir, have 4 red lights directly in front of you. And you've just tunnel visioned to the next set of lights on the roundabout.
I know.
Explain yourself.
That's it.
Now.
That is it. That is exactly it. That is it. I use this. You would think I use this road daily. Yeah, I go up and down it at least twice a day. You would think I would have got this shit sorted by now. Nikki, do your worst.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you've not even, like, forgetting, like, even that there's traffic lights there, because obviously we know that there's not always traffic lights. You've not even attempted to slow down. You've just kind of gone.
There is no defence, but I have a reasonable excuse as to why I did it. So there you go. I slowed down for the red light, yeah?
Yep.
I'm slowing down, I'm going like, 5-10 miles an hour, if that. The lights in front here, at the moment, they're red, yeah?
Yep.
These lights here, and these lights here, all the lights you can see are all red, yeah? So I was just about to stop. At some point in the morning, these all go together. Whether it's something to do with rush hour or what, I don't know. But these lights always, whenever I've gone down, they always change together. And me going down early in the morning, I seen this one. You know, logically, I was like, oh, it's good to go because I'm so used to doing it. I just seen this one, thought it was cool because they all changed together, and I went. It wasn't until I got to there, I seen it out my side window, and I thought, oh shit.
You see, the reason you should always look despite having the light is because idiots like us sometimes go through them anyway.
Exactly. So that's the lesson of the day, if anything. Even if your light's green, look to make sure it is actually safe to go. But no, like I said, there is no excuse for that. I should have been looking at my lights, but I was so used to doing that road that I just went because I seen that one go green. That's it. So yeah, I at that moment I slowed down. I had a look. Nothing was coming because it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I was safe, so I went on, and then I was like, oh, actually, there's a fucking red light, and then I just killed myself anyway.
So, like, we've all been there, and 100% that's why I always now slow down on approach to a roundabout, even with traffic lights. because I know people like me exist and will go through reds, like, not even on purpose.
Yeah, this call has already proved to me so far that everyone does it. Except, you know, commenters like F-Man who call me dashcam dull and say that my driving's frequently as bad as all the other boring clips I capture.
Insert image on the screen, because I've got that. Where were we leading with that?
I guess into the next clip.
Into the next clip.
When the winter stars arrive.
Is this our boy?
This is Husey, one of our guys on Discord. He's a helper, is he?
He's one of your minions.
He's one of my minions. He helps control shit with Nikki. So already, I'm going to say he's following too close. And again, it may not look close on camera, but let's work it out.
Yes.
Right, I'm going to skip forward 1 second. Yeah, there's the white line there. So he is a little bit under, a second behind this one in front.
I'd never call that dangerously close, but...
Not dangerously close, no.
Considering what happens, maybe something to consider in the future.
Plywood fire door for just £29.99 each extras. Now that's a real deal. Find even more real deals at Selco Builders Warehouse and online at Selco.
So it looks like the distance opens up a little bit there.
Yeah, it's better.
1, 2 between the... Barely 2 between the sign.
No, it's still 1 second. Remember, we're speeding up to 50 now. We were going 30. So, again, if we want to, his back wheels are going by the shadow of his van. It's about in line with that pole, okay? There's the sign. So 1.5 seconds behind at 50 miles an hour. That's a little bit close, isn't it?
We're still opening up a little bit. I want to give him some leniency.
I'm not
Remember,
going to.
he's driving like a big old truck.
Yeah, this is a big old 4x. It's a Barbarian Mitsubishi L200 type thing. It's a big old tank.
Yeah, that's definitely too close for 60.
Again, we'll work out from these lines, the little broken white lines on the side, yeah. So we'll just skip forward. There we go. We're now down to less than a second because we're almost going 60.
MCNcompare.com want you to know how great their motorbike insurance comparison site is. So I could tell you 94% of their customers would recommend them to other bikers, or that they're serious about saving you time.
Boom.
Ooh, wipes that out, doesn't he?
It looks worse than it is. It looks and sounds a lot worse. So,
I think he was lucky to only destroy as much of the van as he did.
Just a little bit of background. I know that Husey was distracted by that tractor.
yeah.
So that is the point where things start to go wrong.
Yeah, okay. I can see what you're saying, yeah. I've already said to him, I'm gonna roast him, and he said, go ahead, do your worst. So I'm gonna roast him.
Do your worst is 3 dangerous words.
He's a big boy, he can take it.
He sent me this, he said you can use it, so I was like, okay, I'm going to use it. But I said I'll be nice to him, because he did actually, despite what happened and how he's driving, he did actually do a pretty good job of doing the right thing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, first thing, I would have kept back. I would have given a lot more distance between this van in front, yeah?
Definitely should have left more room.
Cool. Secondly, is a big road. I would have kept to the right a little bit. I would have gone up to that white line so I can see, because the camera's in the middle of the car. The camera doesn't see quite as much as the driver, because the driver is to the right of the camera. Do you see what I'm saying?
See, the thing is, it looks like he does pull out to the right a little bit. Like, if you put it back a second or two, you do see him start to open up a little bit to the right there.
Yeah. Not nearly enough, I don't think. He could have got over a little bit more just to see what was ahead. I mean, even from the camera's point of view, the camera can see that van in front. He would have been able to see more of that van in front. We're talking the second van, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
That second van is already got his brake lights on. It's already kind of stopping pretty hard. So that's the point at which I would have gone, oh shit, I better start slowing down. But there is, I want to call it a bit of a delay, but remember, we're watching a replay of what happened. Obviously, when you're driving, it happens a lot faster, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it feels that way.
It does feel that way. It's in your mind now. Next time you watch something back, when you've got to slam on your brakes, you'll remember the point at which you slammed on your brakes and go, oh, I slammed on my brakes pretty quick then. But you'll watch it back and you go, oh, there was a bit of a delay between what happened and when I started to brake. You'll notice that now. So, yeah, I would have kept back. I would have kept to the right. But do you see the delay in time it takes for this van to start slamming on its brakes and the actions actually Hughesy makes, yeah? It's quite
definitely
a delay, isn't there?
It's like Nikki said, if he was distracted by the tractor, and I obviously picked up on the fact that he's come out a little bit to the right, is it that he's not come out a little bit to the right to look ahead of the van in front, but more because he's distracted by the tractor, making his evasion of the crash that much harder?
But, again, my roasting mind is going to say, why is that tractor of any importance is not going fast enough to pull out in front of him? He's going to be well clear of that tractor by the time it's anywhere near the junction. So tractor's kind of irrelevant, I want to say.
The thing that would have had my attention would have been that white van.
Yeah.
Like, why is it there? What is that going to do?
I would have my eyes on it because I would be expecting it to pull out any second.
That would be my thing, and I probably would have slowed down at that point just purely because of that white van being a bit weird, parked there for no reason. But yeah, I mean, he's moved over to the right regardless of what he's looking at, which I think has, when we get to the actual incident, I think it has made it harder, and potentially, again, with the whole he's following too close, has meant that he has just clipped the van.
Yeah. So it's at this point when you could see the nose go down. He's gone, shit, I need to stop. Now, you don't really have many options in this case. You either, one, go straight into the back of that van and hope you stop in time. Number two, the least preferred one, is to steer right.
Never.
Let's not do that. Or steer left and try and get around because there's grass there. It's going to be a bit bumpy, yes, but you're not going to kill anyone. It's safe to go that way. Okay, that's your three options. I would say, he slammed on his brakes a bit late. He could have turned a little bit early. If he would have turned left just a split second earlier, I think he would have missed it.
Yeah.
He starts to turn about there. And
that's the thing. I think I said that to him initially. If he'd have turned at the same time he hit his brakes, he would have avoided that.
It would have been bumpy as hell, but he would have avoided everything. He might have bruised his ego, but that would be about it.
Yeah, I mean, he might have potentially gone a bit too far into the field or whatever, but at the end of the day, he's driving a 4x4. Like, he's used to off-roading, he can get out of that.
Good point.
I mean, he goes off-roading in the vehicle himself anyway. And if he'd have done hard left at that point where he started to brake, when he hit the grass, might have gone a little bit more into the field, but he would have avoided that and probably wouldn't have damaged his truck.
Can I just point something out as well? I want to ask you two what this sheep thinks it's doing. This is what I talked about earlier. When you lock onto something, you follow the car in front. Because I've seen it a few times. You know, you got those little island pole things where the arrow says "go round this way." You know what I mean? In the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen cars go round the wrong side. I've seen a car in front go the wrong side, and then I've seen the car behind it go to follow that car. They've locked onto that person in front. They're not thinking for themselves, and they're just following that car blindly. You know the ones I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah.
I think this is one of the... people could say, well, it's just pulling over to make sure everyone's okay. If that was the case, why did it indicate and then fuck off?
Yeah, it would have stayed put.
All right?
That's the thing. From the professional, for me, they were a witness because they were directly behind him.
Yep.
So you would be like, okay, well, their van's realised that it's been hit, it's pulling over to the side. So I'm going to pull over as well, check that everyone's okay, and give my details as a witness.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm in two minds again. I honestly think it's just following the van in front. It's seen the van and just gone followed it. Because if they were to go pull alongside it and go, is everything okay? That would make sense. They didn't pull on, they just stopped behind it. And he's like, what do I do now? Slaps an indicator on, goes round.
Yeah, I mean, he has sheep mentality on that.
Because that is a very dangerous thing. Basically just assuming that the car in front is going to do everything right and that they're doing things the way they should and they're going the way they should be going. Because I've seen it before as well, where a car's gone through the red light and then the car behind, following the car, has then had to slam on its brakes because it's not realised it's a red light, missed the line, almost gone over the crossing. So to people who are actually watching this still and who are learning to drive or just passed their test and they're new to driving, never, ever, ever assume that the car in front is doing the right thing. Because if you look onto that car, that could be quite bad for you.
No, I think, treat everyone else as if they're the idiot. And, try and anticipate them doing the stupidest possible thing at all times. Because 1 in every 100 times that you think that, it'll happen. They'll pull out in front of you, they'll do something stupid. You've got to have your wits about you at all times on the road.
I actually like the way you've put that. That's a much better way of explaining it than I did.
Oh, this clip is such chaos, man.
I love it.
It is such chaos. But we've run out of time for today, I'm afraid. So we're going to have to... Oh dear.
Michael Scott, no! Oh.
We're going to come back next week and we're going to deal with this and we're going to meet this woman who I honestly have no words to describe. Charles, help me out. How would you describe someone like this?
I mean, woman's a kind way of putting it. I'd say more like a droopy-lipped troll.
I think she even does that kind of face, doesn't she?
Yeah, like she's forgot to put a falsies in that morning.
Yeah.
Did you not feel it bang?
No, I didn't.
You didn't feel it bang?
No.
Are you being serious? You didn't feel that bang?
No.
That's what happened.
No, but I didn't feel it.
I got
The
no
biggest
words.
thing that gets me, because she's like, I didn't feel a bang, so then why did you stop?
I have no idea. I literally have no idea. But this is going to be the next video. If anyone wants to watch this and the story of how my old Honda was killed by this monstrosity of a car, come back next week. We're going to discuss this.